July 1st, 2026. The real reasons Democrats are revolting and why Conservatism Inc. needs to wake up. Newsom signs off on 100% California tax for money from Trump's $1.8 billion slush fund. SCOTUS affirms birthright citizenship. Anchor babies are 100% American. Roberts and Barrett side with libs. A Watergate every week. Ukraine's Nazi problem is no longer possible to ignore. Riyadh is the closest thing to home, says newly crowned WWE champion Sami Zayn. Woman's boyfriend calls 911 while trying to free her from fatal alligator attack that ripped one of her arms completely off. Mutant sewer rats are spreading throughout the U.S., and it's actually more alarming than it sounds. Harvard professor with polarizing alien theories is picked to lead new White House UFO council. Europe is hot as hell. Why doesn't it want air conditioning? July 2nd, 2026. American Legion riders to escort historic U.S. flag into Washington for America's 250th birthday. No expectant moms at the border. Trump's birthright Plan B. The presidency is making Trump exponentially richer. Health concerns. McConnell found unconscious in D.C. home last month. EMS dispatch reveals. Longtime Clinton aide can't remember why he said ex-president visited Epstein Island. There's nothing democratic about these socialists. Survive and advance. Team USA keeps World Cup dreams alive, but loses star player to controversial red card. You have never had as much fun as these Japanese dudes with Buc-ee's hats who discovered the gun counter at Bass Pro Shops. Toronto residents with no air conditioning struggle during extreme heat as city set to cap indoor temperatures next year. Daredevil couple arrested after 1,400-foot high proposal on top of Empire State Building. July 3rd, 2026. U.S. warned Iran about possible Israeli efforts to kill top negotiators in ceasefire talks. Trump's dystopia takes over the National Mall. McConnell still hospitalized after EMS responded to his home last month. Holy moly, FBI infiltrated Gavin Newsom's inner circle by convincing governor's ally to wear a wire. Report says Justice Sotomayor received $4,000 in free tickets from Bad Bunny's record label. Boys who walked free after raping girls are jailed after appeal. L.A. County man admits he sent Nancy Guthrie's family fake ransom notes. Public shame. Young couple publicly caned under Islamic court after alleged TikTok livestream kiss. What to know about the Society of St. Pius X, the schismatic group excommunicated by the Pope. Australian officials ask fans to respect privacy of Neil, a one-ton seal who respects nothing. July 4th, 2026. House Democrats accuse Trump of hijacking America's 250th birthday for his own gain. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce marry in front of A-list pals at extravagant Madison Square Garden wedding. England vs. Mexico World Cup kickoff time change scrapped after shambolic FIFA talks. British man who went missing for 10 days during World Cup found in pub blissfully unaware of search. Are you sure you want to set off that illegal firework? A police drone might be watching. Trump's communist boogeyman playbook, charging protesters as terrorists. Trump nemesis gets his last word from beyond the grave. Trump administration's interpretation of slavery under George Washington can be reinstalled. Iowa tells stores it can sell soda and candy to SNAP recipients again. Vandals tear down Buffalo, New York flag celebrating Somali independence. July 5th, 2026. Trump delivers his patriotic, flag-filled Independence Day speech with World War II veterans, Gold Star families, and the largest ever fireworks display in U.S. history. Brooklyn Bridge catches fire during 4th of July fireworks display. Celebrating America doesn't have to mean erasing our history. All men are created equal. America has lost its values. It's time to go back to the founding text. Conservatives rage over refunding of Planned Parenthood. Marxist Muslim who came to America a few years ago lectures Americans on what it means to be American. Non-citizen voting was gaining steam in L.A., then fears of Trump backlash scuttled the plan. Why is Hamas once again displaying its flags and threatening a new October 7th? Rep. Nancy Pelosi's husband suspected in California hit and run. Oil's supply wave and tumbling prices rekindle glut fears. July 6, 2026. Trump called FIFA president before U.S. star's suspension was lifted. Trump administration rolls back dozens of gun regulations. Americans of all ages are spending less time socializing. Mamdani's wife, Rama Douaji, skips America's 250 celebrations for Islamic spiritual wellness retreat in Spain. Nigel Farage secretly funded by criminal aristocrat who calls him daddy. Biohacker Brian Johnson reveals shocking health diagnosis about incurable autoimmune disease. Big tech has suddenly flipped on the AI jobs wipeout scenario. Crimes against humanity. The CIA's sickest secret may finally be exposed. Scottish man arrested for using a seagull he caught as a weapon to attack bystanders. Travis Kelce reportedly cried during Taylor Swift wedding vows. July 7th, 2026. Judge says alleged D.C. pipe bomber isn't covered by Trump's January 6th pardons. Luna requests congressional investigation into group known as Patriot Front. Trump, 80, thirsts over hot MAGA rapper half his age. U.S. falls to Belgium in World Cup heartbreaker after Trump's push for FIFA to overturn Star's suspension. There's a new democratic machine. It's unabashedly socialist. The government is pulling student loan money from worthless college degree programs, and it's about time. Taiwan revives anti-communist training for military graduates after 24 years. British woman arrested for stabbing boyfriend and claiming it was self-inflicted. Kenyan Helen of Troy actress slams Homer for ignoring female perspective in the legendary war her character caused. These brothers, who are temporary foreign workers, say they'll never return to Canada after $178,000 wage theft. July 8th, 2026. Fetterman tells those who backed Plattner to sit it out on a possible replacement. Democracy Manifest. ICE arrests foreign national charged with voting in multiple federal elections. Change of heart. Michael Rappaport walks back years of Trump bashing with blunt admission. Trump clashes with Netanyahu over potential F-35 sale to Turkey. White House launches 25 Freedom Fuel gas stations in this region. Mysterious anomalies could mean thousands lose their California driver's licenses. Tower of Terror. Massive frozen zone around buckling Midtown New York City building leaves hundreds out on the street with no idea when they can return. The Pentagon is running out of money. Lab leak payback has begun. The pastor who wants to repeal voting rights for women is becoming more mainstream. July 9th, 2026. Trump's foreign licensing business grew 900% as he returned to power. British PM leaves engraved revolver that Turkish president gave to NATO leaders because it's illegal to bring it home. Indonesia's free meals program plagued by alleged corruption and waste. Carney government excludes U.S. bidders from $4.9 billion Army vehicle contract. Norway ridicules sickness bug claim before England World Cup match. GOP lawmakers demand accountability from WNBA commissioner over unfair treatment of basketball star Caitlin Clark. NASA chief flew private military jets over D.C. for July 4th despite FAA disapproval. No wonder Democrats think masculinity is toxic. Look at the men they elevate. Deadly bacteria found in major U.S. cities' water system traced to Mark Zuckerberg's $800 million data center. Counterfeit airbag parts are killing U.S. drivers, and the government can't stop it. July 10th, 2026. A government of Trump, by Trump, and for Trump. A pro-Trump Christian group wants to put a cross on the moon. Total of 8 suspects now indicted in alleged plot to attack White House UFC event. Migrant passengers who saw a man killed by ICE in Houston say he did not ram officers. LAPD officer who recorded colleagues' racist and homophobic comments may face criminal charges. Gay lover says Tyler Robinson engraved bullets at home before the shooting and wished he hadn't done it afterwards. That's not all. Self-driving car rats out teen joyriders to police. Under a new federal rule, colleges must leave grads better off or lose financial aid. Real Housewives Orange County star Jennifer Pedranti says, "My son started SoCal Fire." Museum honors a late artist by covering its floor in enough peanut butter to make 15,000 sandwiches. July 11th, 2026. Dawn doubles down. Trump warns U.S. will destroy all areas of Iran in the event he's assassinated by regime. 1,000 missiles locked and loaded. Giant Trump Lego effigy goes up in flames in Iran. If Netanyahu loses the election, will he go full Trump? How Butler assassination attempt conspiracy theories became the new Dallas 1963. The ballistics analysis of Charlie Kirk's murder makes Candace Owens look even dumber than she looked before. CIA officers can sense the threat within. Half-dozen women hit, scratch, kick Portland Park attacker as they wait 31 minutes for police to respond. Ryanair passenger sucked out of airplane window, saved by wife pulling him back in. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry and their children have reunited with King Charles in England, palace confirms. England star Harry Kane confirms he played golf with Donald Trump. July 12th, 2026. New York Times journalist subpoenaed by Trump administration after reporting on Air Force One security. Iran's supreme leader pledges revenge for his father's assassination amid Trump death threats. Armed Israeli settlers detained Ro Khanna. He wants their illegal outpost demolished. With the white nationalist group Patriot Front, what you see is not what you get. Conspiracy theories around lawmakers' health are going to keep spiraling. The hardline activists ramping up for the war with AI. Terrifying wildfire grows to more than 2,600 acres as it tears through Los Angeles, forcing residents to urgently evacuate. Conor McGregor injures leg just seconds into fight at UFC 329 and is heavily booed by fans. Everyone's nuts for Erling Haaland. This YouTuber keeps trying and failing to kill a Lone Star tick, so the comments section gave him suggestions. July 13th, 2026. U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham's death deprives Ukraine of Trump whisperer. How Lindsey Graham, eager to serve Trump, became a useful idiot for Putin. MAGA calls BS on McConnell's proof-of-life stunt. Company that bragged it could track U.S. spies hired to investigate Havana Syndrome. Hundreds evacuated after military-grade weapon found near Paris synagogue. At least 27 killed in just 30 minutes after inferno engulfs Bangkok bar. Hunter Biden is on a shameless media blitz to promote an upcoming doc and attempts to rewrite history. Japan's pet care industry booms as fur babies outnumber infants. Former combat photographer gets high-def video of Yellowstone bison playing tag with Grandpa. The Grandpa lost. The Onion has taken over InfoWars with a gloriously deranged parody. July 14th, 2026. Trump cuts nearly 3 million acres from 2 Utah national monuments. American rapper paid Trump £450,000 for pardon that never came. Republican senator drops hints Graham's death is not natural. Congressman demands nation prosecute people who allegedly detained him during trip abroad. Chili's employee says he was fired for not referring to woke coworker by her chosen name of fish. UC abruptly suspends plan to reconsider SAT in admissions. Astronomers find sugar lurking in the space between stars. Israel's Palantir rival is selling $1 million spy vans to U.S. cops. Polish politician throws Hitler-Zelensky portrait in trash. Rents hit all-time high in Mamdani's NYC as millionaires make mass exodus. July 15th, 2026. Pressure mounts. New U.S. strikes hammer Iran military sites after Trump warns it's about to get really bad. Trump tells Netanyahu to move forces out of Syria and Lebanon. Trump says FBI is wasting their time investigating conspiracy theories surrounding Lindsey Graham's death. AOC argues networks have ethical obligation to not air Trump's upcoming speech about elections. Stop the clocks. House's rebuke, fall back, spring forward, and landslide vote. ICE orders an end to vehicle stops after deadly shootings by federal agents. Scientists crack the code on predicting California's deadly cliff collapses. IBM loses $69 billion of market value in one day in latest AI-fueled sell-off. Taco Bell under investigation over outbreak of explosive diarrhea parasite. Maryland man tries to rob bank with stolen kitten. July 16th, 2026. China and Xi are seen more favorably than the U.S. and Trump in many nations, new survey says. Netanyahu government seeks to limit expats from flying into Israel to vote. Hegseth requires testosterone deficiency screening for service members over 30. Trump relished in being compared to dictators like Hitler and Stalin, journalist says. Unacceptable congressional hopeful says Trump must be killed in widely condemned video. Senate Minority Leader appears to let one rip while calling for investigation into ICE shootings. Rep. Ilhan Omar says Mitch McConnell proof-of-life photo looks like AI. Caitlin Clark loses it with WNBA referee over controversial no-call in Indiana Fever game. Fan tempted fate with 550-pound tattoo prematurely declaring England World Cup champions. The AI backlash has tech executives fearing for their lives. July 17th, 2026. Trump claims China infiltrated 220 million voter files and points finger at the deep state in controversial election integrity primetime address. Why Trump's election speech could be a warning about his 2026 intentions. The Doom computer game was part of Trump's wild and baseless election security nightmare. MAGA melts down at networks switching off Trump. California company gets approval to launch solar reflection satellite to create endless daylight. France is building an Orwellian state in plain sight. Sound of freedom. Navy boss shuts down Blue Angels uproar after wildly low beach flyover. Teenagers guilty of pouring petrol on restaurant diners and setting them on fire. Sunset Strip flooded by ruptured 110-year-old water line, another blow to LA's ancient infrastructure. Taco Bell iceberg lettuce investigated as source of multi-state cyclosporiasis outbreak. July 18th, 2026. Men sue hospital after DNA tests show they were switched at birth 38 years ago. South American court rules goldfish are sentient beings with rights. Don Lemon says I'm serious about running for president in 2028. Nancy Pelosi's husband Paul charged in alleged Napa Valley hit-and-run accident. Meet the rogue FBI bureaucrat who said she ran a shadow government. AIPAC cuts funding to Democrats who voted to end Israel aid. As wildfire smoke threatens the World Cup final, more trouble may be brewing in the Pacific Northwest. Tom Brady slaps dork Logan Paul as Knicks star intervenes during wild Fanatics Fest moment. The View host Sonny Hostin plays Harvard card on police body cam during son's alleged trespass. Time shift. House approves lasting clock measure despite cautionary lessons from 1974. July 19th, 2026. Tate brothers arrested by U.S. Marshals. The warrant behind the arrests remains sealed. Tulsi Gabbard's brother arrested after allegedly attempting to entice kids back to his hotel room using cash and gum. Hiring a hitman to commit murder is not always a crime of violence, Ninth Circuit rules. Hell to pay. Furious Trump defends war, launches revenge attacks on Iran after Islamic Republic kills 2 American service members. New York puts Trump deranged Sex and the City star on board that recommends judges. Mamdani says he may arrest Netanyahu during New York City visit. Transgender candidate hoping to replace Graham Plattner in Maine Senate race cites songwriting as a qualification. The ending of Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey changes the meaning of the whole story. 6-month suspension for Toronto lawyer who cited fake ChatGPT cases, blamed law student, faced contempt of court hearing, went back to ChatGPT for advice. Craziest World Cup game ever? England wins 10-goal thriller. July 20th, 2026. Nolan's The Odyssey storms the box office with $264.1 million global debut. How Donald Trump won the World Cup. Trump awards victorious Spain with medals and trophy at World Cup. We have to do this again. Argentina players turn their backs on Spain squad during World Cup trophy lift. The World Cup finale was a disaster until it became kind of perfect. Culture war. Caitlin Clark, firestorm risks becoming a sinking ship, ESPN host warns. It's scary as hell being black in America right now. U.S. strikes Iran in escalating campaign after troops killed. AOC channels Obama's hope and change message. More water pipes burst in Venice and Hollywood as Sunset Strip repairs enter day 4. July 21st, 2026. Burnham becomes the new UK PM after meeting King. Trump imposes 50% tariff on variety of Canadian goods over discrimination of American autos. GOP sounds alarm over Denver congressional nominee Melat Kiros slamming far-left agenda to divert U.S. resources and power to Global South foreigners. From red cards to photobombs, Donald Trump tried to make the World Cup about himself. Rockets red glare. Older man slaps fan at MLB game for not standing up for national anthem in viral video. Get up. WNBA's issue with viral meme of Sophie Cunningham once again proves this league is weird. 2 professional equestrians killed just hours apart at separate events. Desperate attempt to save swimmer struggling in Ohio River leaves 5 dead as distraught child flags down passing car for help. Father-son duo kidnapped U.S. Forest Service workers, held them hostage, feds say. Candace Owens thanks Russian doctors for saving her bodyguard's life. July 22, 2026. Trump approves nuclear deal with Saudi Arabia in big win for kingdom. Trump wants FIFA boss to lead the United Nations. Nicaragua's president says no more elections, extending his 20-year rule. Can't cuff this. Mamdani admits he can't arrest Israel's Netanyahu, but rips him as war criminal not welcome in New York City. Illegal alien who shot girlfriend dead wants $75 million and a public apology from the president for calling him America's problem. The prosecution of Charlie Kirk's alleged killer is underway. It does not bode well for MAGA. OpenAI says its AI technology acted on its own in an unprecedented hack of another company. Homeowners say unauthorized groups are taking over their community pools and that the HOAs they pay a fortune to aren't doing a thing to stop them. New Jersey. State officials investigate potential cancer cluster near Keyport landfill after 370 cases reported. World Cup final draws record 62.8 million U.S. viewers. July 23, 2026. Trump says U.S. will destroy a bridge or power plant for each Iranian attack in the Strait of Hormuz. 1 in 6 products on Trump tariff list aren't Canadian exports, officials say. Secret Service agent for J.D. Vance put on leave over accusations of leaking details about second family's travels. Lauren Boebert says she's the victim of bad Botox and GOP liars. Washington controlled by closeted gay mafia, says Hunter Biden. Inside dissent. Hassan Piker tells Mamdani to shut the F up over cautious messaging. We found Israel's U.S. influence op accounts. No one actually follows them. The Smithsonian reeks of communist ideologies that our founding fathers would be ashamed of. High fashion recruiter who supplied models to Jeffrey Epstein found dead. William Shatner and daughter were both given 5 months to live after cancer diagnosis. July 24th, 2026. Cops sure are finding creative ways to hide these flock cameras. Pentagon Pete strips fallen heroes of status as war dead. Executing the elderly. Is it justice served or beneath our dignity? DOJ was never not going to use New Jersey non-citizen error to bolster Trump's delusions. Vendor rejects Cheryl's claims software error behind New Jersey voter registration. U.S. website gave false approval to green card applicants, then blamed glitch and took it away. Trump sets new tariffs to punish use of forced labor, replacing expiring import taxes. The architecture of resistance, America's year of taking on ICE. Obama Center subcontractor ceases operations over $4 million in unpaid work. Spider-Man superhero jumps to aid of a man using wheelchair to cross several lanes of traffic. July 25th, 2026. 502 students lose spots at Howard University over tuition payments just weeks before classes start. David's phone shows teen was pregnant and had abortion before killing, detectives testifies. Diddy involved in prison fight, tossed in solitary confinement. Trump orders signs placed outside Smithsonian warning of inaccurate information. Trump turns correspondence dinner into merciless drubbing of his foes as he trolls press with pitch for 4th term. Trump calls LeBron James maybe a racist compared to Michael Jordan. Karen Bass blames Trump administration for increasing homelessness in L.A. ahead of new count. This Canadian made a shotgun slug out of a steel cable that he calls the war crime. Its AI agent spent days hacking a company, but sources say OpenAI did not notice for a week. Corporate America has suddenly decided to stop blowing money on AI. July 26, 2026. Cyclospora outbreak dubbed Lettucegate as health concerns spread across U.S. LA's dangerous game of triage as aging water system hits breaking point. Watch drunk UK soldiers steal armored vehicle and smashed parked cars. House of Horrors. Cops shoot maniac armed with shotgun outside New York City house, then find 2 dead inside. Report says Ilhan Omar's sister used the same address as the Feeding Our Future scammers to incorporate her $20 million U.S. aid company. Feed Our Future fraudster gets 10 more years for trying to buy a verdict. Taxpayer-funded medical school develops trans doll project for kids as young as 4. David Johnson is new Black Panther and Ryan Gosling joins Marvel as Ghost Rider. Katy Perry slams White House for using her song Firework in video showing military strikes. AI chatbots know how to make biological weapons. Some will teach you. July 27, 2026. Elon Musk acquires total ownership of The Economist. Trump administration admits grants for clean energy were canceled based on politics. Democrats mortgage headquarters for $15 million to bail out their financial fiasco. Watch Hakeem Jeffries pivot when confronted over illegal voting Dems swore was not happening. Dr. Anthony Fauci's embarrassing obsession with fame and celebrities is revealed in secret diary entries, as he bragged about meeting Hollywood A-listers while Americans died from COVID. This is my dark prediction for how Trump will die, says author. Trump shares AI pic of Caitlin Collins as Dylan Mulvaney after White House Correspondents' Dinner speech. Zelensky attacked Caspian Sea cargo ship at Israel's behest, says Iran. Gatwick Airport left with no water, flushing toilets, or drinking fountains. People are so desperate to cure their Lyme disease that they're deliberately stinging themselves with bees. July 28, 2026. Trump administration urges Supreme Court to allow order targeting mail-in voting before midterms. Trump turns up the heat on RFK Jr. to cut back childhood vaccines. Zelensky comes to Washington looking for unexpected new friends. The right seeks to capitalize on Berlin Pride attack even as it poses its own existential threat to queer lives. Secret Service investigating Iranian propaganda video directing assassination threats at Melania and Barron Trump. Seattle police chief melts down after pressed over why he wasn't around following festival shooting. Ghost protocol. Confused Biden admitted he discovered classified materials downstairs in bumbling chat with ghostwriter. Many pauses and ums. Mamdani says New York City's 5 government grocery stores will have prices 30% below retail. Ariana Grande sues alleged hackers for malicious invasion of privacy, claims they caused irreparable harm to her career. LA 28 and Rams give free Olympic tickets to local nonprofits. July 29th, 2026. A small band of socialists is sowing panic in the Democratic Party. A fraudster scammed the cash-poor DNC out of tens of thousands of dollars. Right-wing religious zealot unveiled as star of 60 Minutes. Fauci could face criminal charges despite Biden pardon if he lies under oath during hearing, conservative legal analyst says. Comey's legal team asked judge to drop 8647 case, reiterating claim that his post was not a true threat. Legal crosshairs. Netanyahu warns ICC could brand Trump and U.S. troops as war criminals after showdown with Mamdani. Class of 1. Mamdani is carving out a historic path, an NYC mayor who hates the city, its people, and is trying to destroy both. Samson wannabes set fire to Italian countryside by tying flaming rags to cats' tails. Deaths confirmed with shoppers still trapped inside collapsed mall in 7.1 Japan earthquake. Trump administration bans new Chinese humanoid robots to protect U.S. AI buildout. July 30th, 2026. Political profanity is having an effing moment. Dr. Deborah Birx says Fauci hearing shows there's still anger over handling of COVID. Trump and Republicans ensconce themselves in 2020 in lieu of any 2026 midterm strategy. Man found guilty in terrorism case tied to 2022 Salman Rushdie attack. Sweeping FBI raids in San Bernardino and Beverly Hills tied to larger foreign influence probes, sources say. California is handing out taxpayer-funded meth pipes to the homeless. Pope Leo tells NBC News his ancestors included immigrants, enslaved people, and slaveholders. Military might. Army tests Hammer of the Gods overseas for the first time in major exercise. Ben Affleck wins rare $1 million prize with Jeopardy champ Jamie Ding on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. The daring mission to recover World War II POWs from the bottom of the ocean. July 31st, 2026. After Fauci Senate hearing, experts worry about chilling effect on public health. In diary, Fauci scoffed at moment Trump suggested ingesting bleach. Muzzled media. Silent CBS journalist urges reporters worldwide to wake up after Fauci hearing. After OpenAI disclosure, Anthropic says Claude also hacked outside systems. Tim Cook says heavy Siri users may have to pay extra. Working from home? That will be extra. Renters rage over new fee. Jasmine Crockett says black women are the most educated demographic in this country. Report. Maine Democrat Troy Jackson and longtime partner are second cousins with 2 children. Schools are set to reopen with rotting food, fly swarms, and rats still causing havoc in Boyle Heights. Spain sends 60 troops as Morocco border totally collapses.